10. Hollywood graves of stars killed in car crashes. There's a small cemetery in Indiana where the headstone will not stay in the ground. It has been stolen. It has been broken. It has been replaced more than once. The man buried beneath it made only 3 films before he was killed on a California highway at 24 years old. You can stand at that grave today. Thousands do every year. But that is number 1, and we are not there yet. Because 10 Hollywood names died the same way, at speed, on the road, in an instant. Every grave on this list can be visited. Every one of them still stands. Number 10. Jane Mansfield. Her grave is in Fairview Cemetery in Penargyle, Pennsylvania. It is a small country cemetery on a hillside in coal country, about 2 hours from Philadelphia. She is buried in the family plot beside her father, who died when she was 3 years old. The marker is low and simple and carries her birth name as well as the name the world knew her by. There is no gate, no ticket, no crowd. Most days you will be the only person there. A second stone with her name stands 3,000 miles away at Hollywood Forever Cemetery in California, but that one is only a memorial. She is not under it. She was the blonde Hollywood built to rival Marilyn Monroe. She had a genius-level IQ, played the violin, and turned her own image into a business. On the 29th of June, 1967, she was traveling at night on a dark road in Louisiana. Fog covered the highway. The car went under the back of a slow-moving truck. She was 34. Number 9. Tom Mix's grave is at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale, California, in a quiet section shaded by pines. The marker is a bronze plaque set flat in the grass. It is easy to walk past. There is nothing on it about horses or films or the fortune he made and lost. Just a name and 2 dates, but there is a second place. On a stretch of highway in the Arizona desert, at the exact spot where he died, there's a stone monument topped with the figure of a riderless horse, its head bowed. It has stood there since 1947. He was the first great cowboy star. Before John Wayne, before Clint Eastwood, there was Tom Mix, and he made close to 300 films. On the 12th of October 1940, driving alone and fast through the desert, he came over a rise to find a washed-out bridge. The car rolled. A metal case in the back seat struck him in the head. He was 60. Number 8. Ernie Kovacs. His grave is at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in the Hollywood Hills in Los Angeles. It is worth finding for the stone alone. The epitaph reads, "Nothing in moderation." He chose it himself long before he needed it. The marker sits in an open lawn with a view across the valley, and people who come looking for it usually stand there a while. He was the strangest and cleverest comic mind of his time, a man who broke every rule of early television before anyone had finished writing them, and who took that same odd genius into films through the late 1950s. On the 13th of January, 1962, he left a party in Beverly Hills late at night in heavy rain. His car went out of control on a curve and struck a power pole. He was found halfway out of the passenger door. He was 42 years old. He left his family so deep in debt that his wife spent the next 10 years paying it off. Number 7. Jennifer Syme. Her grave is at Westwood Village Memorial Park in Los Angeles, a small cemetery hidden behind office buildings off Wilshire Boulevard. It is the same ground where Marilyn Monroe and Natalie Wood lie. Her marker is flat and plain and holds a short line about being loved. Beside her rests her infant daughter, who was born still 2 years before her mother died. Visitors leave flowers at both. She was not a star. She worked behind the scenes in film production, appeared briefly on screen, and was known in Hollywood as the partner of Keanu Reeves. Their daughter Ava was buried in that plot in 1999. On the 2nd of April 2001, she left a party in the Hollywood Hills before dawn. Her car crossed the road and struck 3 parked vehicles. She was 28. Her name is on this list because her grave has become one of the quietest and most visited in that cemetery, and almost no one who leaves flowers there ever saw her act. Number 6. Ryan Dunn. His grave is in Brecksville, Ohio, just south of Cleveland, in a small municipal cemetery with no famous name attached to it. Regulars give directions by landmarks. Drive in the main gate, head toward the water tower, and watch for the brown guardrails. The stone faces away from its neighbor, which is unusual, and fans have been coming to it for over 10 years, leaving small objects on the grass. He was born in Ohio and made his name in Pennsylvania as part of the crew behind Jackass, first on television and then across 3 feature films that took hundreds of millions of dollars at the box office. On the 20th of June, 2011, in the early hours of the morning, his car left a road in Chester County, Pennsylvania, struck a tree and caught fire. He was 34. Investigators found he had been driving at well over 100 miles an hour. He is buried in the state he came from, not the one he died in. Number 5. Sam Kinison. His grave is at Memorial Park Cemetery in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The headstone carries a line that stops people in their tracks. It reads that in another time and place he would have been called prophet. He was the son of a preacher and preached himself before he ever stood on a stage, and the family chose those words deliberately. He came out of the church and into stand-up comedy with a scream that nobody had heard before, and by the late 1980s he was in films and on records and everywhere at once. On the 10th of April 1992, he was driving through the desert near Needles, California, on his way to a show. A pickup truck crossed the center line and hit him head-on. He was 38, and he had been married 6 days. Witnesses said he stepped out of the car, spoke a few words to somebody who was not there, and then died at the roadside. Number 4. Anton Yelchin. His grave is at Hollywood Forever Cemetery in Los Angeles, in the shadow of the Paramount Studio wall. The marker is dark stone and carries his name in English and in Russian because he was born in Leningrad and his family brought him to America as a baby. It is one of the few graves in that cemetery that is almost always covered in fresh flowers and small notes. He was one of the finest young actors of his generation, known to millions as Chekhov in the Star Trek films, and to critics for a run of small, sharp, independent pictures. On the 19th of June 2016, he stepped out of his own car in his own driveway. The vehicle rolled backwards down the slope and pinned him against a brick pillar. He was 27. The gear system in that model was later recalled. He was found by friends who had come to collect him for rehearsal. Number 3. Grace Kelly. Her grave is not in a cemetery at all. She lies inside St. Nicholas Cathedral in Monaco, beneath the floor in the vault of the ruling family. A flat slab of pale stone marks the place, carved with her name in Latin. Her husband was laid beside her in 2005. The cathedral is open to the public, and the queue moves past her slab all day long, and almost everyone stops. Before Monaco, she was Hollywood. She won the Academy Award for Best Actress and made 3 films with Alfred Hitchcock. And then, at 26, she walked away from all of it. On the 13th of September, 1982, she was driving down a mountain road above Monaco with her daughter beside her. She suffered a stroke at the wheel. The car went off the edge and fell over 100 feet. Her daughter survived. Grace Kelly died the following day at 52. Number 2. Paul Walker. His grave is at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in the Hollywood Hills, in a section reached by a long path away from the main road. The marker is dark, flat, and understated, and the words on it are about faith and about being a father. There is nothing on that stone about cars. He was the star of the Fast and Furious films, 6 of them before he died. And he was known in the industry as a man far more interested in charity work in the ocean than in fame. On the 30th of November, 2013, he left a fundraising event in Santa Clarita, California, as a passenger in a friend's Porsche. The car came off a suburban street at more than 90 miles an hour, struck a light pole and a tree, and burst into flames. Both men died. He was 40. The film he was making was finished using his brothers in his place. Number 1. James Dean. His grave is at Park Cemetery in Fairmount, Indiana, a farm town of about 2,000 people. The stone is small, pink granite, and it sits in an ordinary row with ordinary family names on either side. There is no fence around it. There is no plaque explaining who he was. Visitors have left cigarettes, coins, and lipstick marks on it for 70 years, and the top of the stone has been worn smooth by hands. The stone has been stolen. It was taken in 1983 and recovered weeks later. It was taken again in 1998 and found in Pennsylvania. It has been chipped, cracked and scrubbed. Every time it goes back, he made 3 films. On the 30th of September 1955, he was driving his Porsche to a race meeting when a car turned across the highway in front of him near Cholame, California. He was 24 years old. They brought him home to Indiana, and he is still there.